All right, everybody, welcome back to Remnant 2. Super stoked to be bringing you a new build. It's been a while, too long since I put a build up. I do have multiple builds on the go. I cook builds for a while, I think about them in my head, and then it comes down to when I have the time and when I really grind them out and build them together. So, as the thumbnail states, this is the Techno Gravedigger, and this build took some time to put together because it was originally supposed to be the Gravedigger. So, that didn't get any traction. I just couldn't get the damage. I couldn't get the survivability. I couldn't do any of my runs. It wasn't working, so I totally had to go another route. And I have an idea for the Gravedigger, and I want to bring him back. So I'm really thinking about pushing that into a melee. But from that spawned the Techno Gravedigger, and this build held up. It did some amazing runs in Apocalypse, in my 3 different biomes. It went through all kinds of different encounters and situations, tight stuff, and it came out pretty fine, like not really a problem. Some of the stuff I was actually quite startled. I was kind of taken, and you'll see as the video progresses, you'll see the 3 different runs in the biomes. I talk about what we're up against, and then you just get to see the build in action, and essentially you can make your own call. Now, if you're unaware, my builds are built generally themed. They are about having fun. They are about world running. They are about mobbing. I don't build bossing builds. I don't need to go into detail about that, but in my opinion, if you want a bossing build, you do super hugs, you do the shield build, you do the tank build. Essentially, there's some builds out there that are just unstoppable and super simple, and they can crush bosses in no time. Mine's for all the gameplay in between, really, and that's where we get into the Techno Gravedigger. Themed fun. Talking about the theme, the look is a big part of it. I wanted it to be spooky. I wanted it to be haunting. I wanted it to be like a nighttime graveyard. And yeah, we got the look pretty good, I would say. Also, I always try to keep 50 weight threshold, normal dodge, stamina cost penalty low, armor 162. So, you got the Dendroid mask, you got the knotted cage, you got the bruiser boots, you got the bandit gloves. All coming together to really kind of make this build look fantastic and perform the way I like my builds to perform. So, into the weapons. Monolith wasn't really my first choice. I actually rolled through a bunch, but then when I really started thinking about it, Sandstorm, so perfect. Like dirt, digging, it had to go for the theme. And it's a fantastic weapon you'll see in the runs. Corrupted Rune Pistol, Deathbrand. Dude, a Gravedigger is basically like Death's assistant. It had to happen like that. And the highlight, the shovel. I kid you not, the shovel bucks. You'll look, even when I did my runs, the shovel is not even fully leveled. I haven't fully leveled tons of weapons. I just keep going with that it is. And it doesn't even have a full power mutator on there. Just crazy. I do recommend you put the volatile strike on. I do recommend you rank that up the whole way. Dude, this weapon is crazy. It's so good. It's so much fun. And with the ideal of Gravedigger, the melee build really will be a focus on the shovel. I will put that all together and have that be kind of the way we go with it. Now, archetypes are kind of the key, and this kind of became the Techno Gravedigger because I couldn't find a prime archetype that I really felt suited and kept the survivability and the damage up, and Warden being the new archetype I thought was a great way to focus my first kind of Warden use and bring together this build that I've been cooking for a while and really enjoying. So yeah, we're using the Warden and we're using the Shield Drone just to keep us alive, because when you go to your secondary archetype and you got Explorer and you're using Gold Digger, you're just constantly kind of buffing yourself, and it really works out. They really synergize to give you that survivability to live through Apocalypse. Gear pieces, the Legacy Protocol. We want to reduce our skill cooldown, and we want to have as long a duration. You'll notice in the videos like how long the pools last. Absolutely wonderful. So that's a go. Kinetic Cyclone Stone, mod and skill cast speed. You really want to be able to dig up your buffs as fast as possible. Cataloger's Jewel, we want general mod generation. You'll see right away Sandstorm is essential. It's clutch, and it's really cool, and it really suits the build. Like, you're digging everything up and you're making this big storm of sand, and the AoE on that, it'll keep you going. It's incredible. What a great mod. What a great way to keep that mod power going. Black Pawn Stamp, we're reducing our skill cooldown again because you want to be proccing this a lot. I know you do kind of lose it with this guy, but I think you gain it in how quick he can get your shield back on. But you want that guy. And then for the fact that we are running a Warden, activating a mod costs 100 mod power or greater, generates a shield for 20%. So you're just really cranking up your shield to give you that survivability. We're using Deathbrand and we're using Sandstorm so much. So that's how that all came together gear-wise, and I'm really happy with the way it is. Absolutely stoked about it. Traits. So, you got your barrier from the Warden. You got swiftness from your Explorer. Fortify is something I always go with. I'm trying to get that armor rating. I like to get it as close to 170 as possible. 160 is even a little tight, but still, the survivability of the shield and everything else will really, you'll notice it helps out. And to be fair, with this, you can push it up a weight class and you're okay, because you just like, you really stand around in those puddles and use your buffs. It really works out well. Okay, Bark Skin. We always in Apocalypse, I always want to reduce damage as much as I can. Obviously, we have Expertise and Spirit for the mod and the skill. Chakra, mod duration, which is really big for that Sandstorm. And again, also for the Rune Pistol. The Deathbrand is... You'll see once we get moving. You can make your own opinion about it, but it's great. Of course, we're cranking up our lifesteal. With that, we're also using Siphoner to double that up. Then we've got our preservation for our shield, increasing that shield duration anytime we have that, because we're generating it so much. And then insight to keep that mod going up and up and up. Okay, another thing is, I didn't run with any concoctions, but I highly recommend with anything, you buy a ton of concoctions and you use them. Dark Cider is great. Dark Fluid is not that awesome. Xenoplasm is just a go-to. It's one of the mains. So yeah, buy consumables and use them. Now, that pretty much breaks down the Techno Gravedigger. Before we get into the gameplay, please consider subscribing. Do me a huge solid. Join the community here at Grr-Must-Errd Gaming. Be sure to hit that like button. Help out with the algorithm. I've got all kinds of Remnant builds in my Remnant playlist on the channel. I cover tons of different games. I'm constantly playing games. I'm constantly putting up series. I'm doing live streams. I don't really lean into shorts, but I would appreciate you coming around and being a part of the community here. I hope you enjoy what you see with this. I hope you go try it out. As always, let me know in the comments what you would change, what you would do differently, and what you think. I appreciate you spending your time here, and with no further ado, this is how we perform. All right, everybody, favorite spot to build test, Imperial Gardens, Apocalypse. We got the Techno Gravedigger. Let's see what he can do here. I've actually ran him through a bunch of stuff already. I'm pretty damn happy with the way this build is coming together, especially since my builds are themed builds. Like, they're just kind of to have fun and a good time. But I do test everything in Apocalypse, and I have a few different core spots I like to go to. It's quite fun. All right, down here, guys. No, no, no. No, no, I said no. Yes, better. I really love using the shovel tip. Get those death brands, and then let's go. 2 more of these, yeah. Any more of you guys coming around? Where's the big dude? And you can follow that Sandstorm. It'll go with him. So it's, really? Shovel. See you later. The Sandstorm is so useful in the aspect of doing crowd control, having that AoE, that extra bit of damage kind of going on. It's a neat, fun build. Like, I've really enjoyed this. I thought about this guy for a long time. Like I said in the intro there, I put this together as a different build, and it evolved into the Techno Gravedigger just because, like, I just wasn't seeing what I wanted. Like, the builds need to be able to survive in Apocalypse, right? You got to kind of be able to mob, you got to kind of be able to move around, and once you get that going, you're good. And remember, you're still playing the game. The idea for my builds isn't that you just kind of walk through and just have the easiest time of your life. Sandstorm finishes that guy off. Let's grab those death. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, let's get these. Since these are still up. Oh, what do we have? Is that another? Is this just a wave, or do I have another elite coming in here? Are you kidding me, right? And then you're constantly running through these pools. You're just digging more up all the time. Yeah, he's here. That damage. How is that 2 elites in a row? Oh my god. In the heal pool is good. He's going down. That's like, we didn't even make it out the gates, and like, look at what we've had to deal with. That's crazy. I would say ammo's almost starting to get low, but you know what the thing about the ammo is? You're not too worried about it. Because you dig it. And then you get more ammo. And that's just how it goes with this class. You just keep loading yourself back up. Mods are back up already. Put a sandstorm on those guys, help do the extra damage. Really? Here, try mine. AoE kills that guy. Let's get behind the post here. Some of this going. Ah, a little pick-me-up, eh, buds? I don't think so. Come here. Double just banging damage out. Okay, let's keep going. Actually, let's see if we can't get... Just every few steps, pull a little bit of ammo up. Oh, we missed those guys. Oh, that's good. Is that going to be close enough that we can get it? Oh, don't even, buds. You got nothing. Oh, don't walk off the edge. Don't walk off the edge. Don't end it. Mods come back super quick with this. Get ourselves some... What do we get? We got damage, haste, damage, and that. Shit. Constantly putting the mods out first. Adding as much damage to the field as we can. I'm going running back. I'm getting my damage boost back up. Grab these. As much damage as we can lay in. Might as well proc that. Dig a couple more ditches. Look at how long these stay for. Like the one back there, you just like, if you keep putting these out, if you can get it going in a rhythm in combat, you just got these crazy buffs constantly active. Oh, that's dangerous. This is hella dangerous. This is a bad spot to be in. And then they all just die. Because of sandstorm. Ammo's starting to get a little low. Also, the thing about Deathbrand is, like, watch here. Let's pop this.
All right.
You get that little, you get the little orb that shows up on top of guys, and it's just so much easier to track targets, especially in an area like this. Like, that's why I love Imperial Gardens, is because, 90% of the time you're swarmed. Let's get these damage boosts. Alright, let's get right in there. Face to face here, buds. Like, just using the shovel. This'll eat them. We'll just let that do the work. Maybe focus on, like, stuff that's coming up behind us. Great damage off the gun. The theme here, obviously, like Deathbrand, the idea that being a Gravedigger is like, you know, you're kind of like Death's assistant sort of deal. He makes them corpses and you put them in the ground. Sandstorm, obviously, you're digging in the dirt, so it all kind of comes to, yeah, man, another one of you, eh? That's okay. Nice, good jump spot. All right, so you do notice I like to position. Get that sandstorm out and hit them with damage. Let's get this, actually. Come on. One more little damage boost, and then we can lay in a little bit heavier on this dude. Get rid of all that. Cleaned up. Let's keep these going. I got 3 more. I find I like to put them all in one place, and then you're just hitting like this stack of buffs. You can see I've got all 4 colors. You can get haste yellow, defense blue, health red, or a damage red and health green, so you can get all those kind of going. And just constantly with the mods. Where did this guy teleport to? So you're not... No, he must have died to Sandstorm.
Here they come.
Oh, right into the bad place, dude. This is another good part. In this area, like, I love farming here because these guys are all over the place. They're all over you. You're really in trouble here. You're generally in trouble. But that Sandstorm... Oh, don't get greedy. I'm getting greedy. There we go. Get that out. Get this out. Get the damage up. Grab these. Snap a reload off.
Glad that's over.
Are they all dead? It's kind of like this really weird playstyle with this class where you kind of don't like. You can be in positions where you don't have to worry about too much. And this is where I like to cut. This is kind of the run. You make it this far, you got a little bit more to go through. We dealt with how many elites there. All the mobs, obviously, like all these guys coming out of nowhere. And again, shovel. It's a backbone of the build, and it actually works. Like, it works. It puts in the work. It's great. Okay, we'll check you on the next area. It'll just be a second. You'll see me there. Here we are in Endire's End, continuing the test. This is a short little jaunt. We got a couple nasty elites. I always like coming in and killing those guys here. And shovel. And shovel. Oh, that guy's dead. We haven't even procced the shovel perks yet. That's good. Alright. Mod will be up in just a sec for this. Since we're gonna be backing up, I don't even use relic in this build. Yeah, once that guy starts shooting, we can back out, and we can bring him to us. We do need to be a little bit tactical here. Oh, and I didn't reload, so that's so not tactical. Look at one's already dead, though. Who is it? Is that the shooter? Yeah, that was the easier of the two to kill. Jesus. These guys are just getting worked over. Oh, we got this. This is good. Oh, if I can make it to him. You gotta run, buds. Let's get that out. I really want that damage orb from Buddy, but... Where's the big dude? Oh, he died. He died to Sandstorm. Yeah, so that just proves my point right there. This is a really good little spot to run through also. We'll go a little bit further. Normally I just end on that, but concerning these enemies are so shooty and they're such dicks, let's re-up everything and do a couple quick reloads. Maybe grab some ammo. Get these death brands now and see what happens. Like a couple more of these going, just for fun, right? Oh look, they just die all over the place. It's crazy. The reload on this gun is the one thing. You gotta be smart about what you're doing reloading here. Re-up the death brand. Get a little bit more damage going. Just let Sandstorm do the work and cover your back, and then, you know, if you can dig it. Oh, what? Who's killing me here? What is that? Where are you? Oh, you. Okay. And of course, like I said, you got all these puddles out.
Well,
just keep cruising through 'em.
that's over.
Okay, I think that's enough for here. That's just like, you know, we're in Apocalypse, running for real. It holds up, man. It does a great job. I've really enjoyed this. I'm glad the evolution kind of took place and worked out, because the first iteration, as I mentioned in the build rundown, didn't really work, and it was a bit heartbreaking because I really wanted this Gravedigger theme build to go and push and be able to run through Apocalypse. And yeah, this guy is dope. Check you in the next spot. Okay, the Putrid Domain up next with the Techno Gravedigger. Let's see what happens as we push through the mobs in this little congested dungeon here. Oh, dude. I swear you just got in the way. Come on, buds. Here. Let's see. Yeah, that does. I mean... the shovel. Oh, we got a ghosty. Get down here, buds. We're getting elites already. That's awesome. You know what I want? I want these death brands. That ghost can do what it wants. We can dig it. We got damage. Damage is the big one. I find, like, for myself, having, like, all 4 of the buffs from the Gravedigger work really well. I shouldn't say Gravedigger, obviously it's the Explorer class. Just scudding them. Skadoosh, you're dead. I think the one thing is you do end up with that kind of obscured aim. Oh, let's get out of this suppression. Full reloads. Take a second. Oh, here we go with the, again, the Death Brand is really handy the way it marks the enemies on the mini-map too. And the shovel just slaps. 2 more. Just keep them going. Don't ever stop. That's the whole point. This build is all about digging. Ammo, buffs, all of it. Mess you up. And always just like the 2 most important things I think with, like, and a lot of my builds do this, is you gotta proc everything. You gotta put on your buffs and your bonuses, your damage. Get the death brands going on everyone. Don't go in the suppression. Now I gotta read that. Oh shit! This is a really bad spot to fight this guy. Get 3 of those going. This is better. This is better. Oh, this guy is so nasty once he gets you locked. Healing? Done. Yeah, when those guys get you cornered, you're just in so much trouble. Okay, we got defense and healing going. We're not suppressed yet. Reloads. Again, straight through, all 4 active. That's the way we want it. Let's go up here. No, that is not where we want to go.
No, bag's full. Can't carry anymore.
Hilarious. It's been so long since I've done a build video, I'm lost in one of my favorite areas. There we go. This is what we're after. I mean, like, if they're here still, hit them. And then dig 3 more, because it's all just coming back.
Alright, let's do this.
It's just... Honestly, for like, I kind of want to actually redo a second build of this, and I want it to be completely focused on doing a melee build as the Gravedigger, like primary shovel. I'm honestly like thinking about how I can rework the Stone Berserker. So if you haven't seen my Stone Berserker, maybe I'll link the video to the Stone Berserker in the end, because it's the most accurate for like what I'm trying to do. And it's just like, the shovel is such a good melee weapon. Like, it's so good. The Stone Berserker is kind of like, I had 2 melee builds I put together. The Void Assassin and the Stone Berserker. And the Stone Berserker was nuts, so I've been like tossing around in my mind how to kind of build the Stone Berserker into this and have it be like a more melee focus. Because this is kind of like an all-round, in my opinion, is what I've done with this one. And I find myself using the melee so much here. Get those death marks. Freaking suppression. Oh, here we got another elite. Let's go. What do we get? Another butthole. Oh, lots of them. Can I get your extra damage, please? I do not want to get suppressed. What I really want is the damage. That's 2 of those guys down. Let's go, and we're at the end. That's a crispy clean run. And a demonstration of 3 different biomes, 3 different situations, 3 different encounters where, you know, it just shows. This is how I do all my builds. And we're wrapping this up. This is what I do. I theme a build, and I make it for world running, for level running, and I test in these areas because it's got good mob density, it's got great elite procs and spawns, and it's generally just challenging. So if you can run through these, you can survive it all. To me, that's a fun build. It's good, it handles. And if you go and take this and you start playing in Nightmare or in Veteran as opposed to Apocalypse, you're really going to see it push. You're really going to see it work. I've made one build, I think, that really pushes the limits of damage, and it again, is a fun-themed build. We're not talking about it right now. You can see all my builds in my Remnant playlist. They're all there. I got a bunch of them. But the Techno Gravedigger is a great part of the family. I'm super stoked. I hope you are too. Do me a huge solid. Hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. If you're not already subscribed, come along for more adventures in all the games, especially Remnant 2. This was my favorite game of the year when it launched, and I've put more hours into this than any other game. Even like Elden Ring has, like, the DLC of Elden Ring pushed me pretty hard, but nothing really compares to the amount of time I've played Remnant 2. Okay, thanks for spending your time with us. I really appreciate it. Adios.